Finally, college basketball is back, and for the first time ever, the college basketball regular season is happening right here on TNT, and I got a crew with me. Jalen Rose, Jamal Mashburn, Coach Bruce Pearl, Adam Lefkoe here to take you through a bunch of the biggest games, and I'm just going to be very honest. We had the two biggest games right here on TNT. They did not disappoint, both coming down to the wire. Let's relive the one we had earlier. The national champion Florida Gators with a brand new backcourt trying to iron out the wrinkles against an Arizona Wildcats team that may surprise. Early on, the lob to Alex Condon. Florida built up a 12-point lead, and then Peat came alive. The spin move into the lane hits the jumper, looking smooth, getting so physical that we even had a jersey ripped off the chest of Chinyalu. Had to go from 9 to 34. They were letting him play. We're tied at 39. And then here comes Arizona. Karchenkov knocks down the step-back three. First lead for Arizona since it was 4-3, and then Peat came alive.
He came alive. He really set the tone starting out the game, not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well. And he just powered the ball to the hole, made it a lot of different things in a lot of different ways. Was able to catch and dunk and finish with the left hand, as you see right there. An outstanding athlete, an outstanding freshman with a bright future in college basketball.
So as they took control, here comes Hawks and the Gators tying it up at 67, and then more Peat power plays.
He did a terrific job of not only setting the screen, but making himself available for the lob over the top, and he knows what to do with it. And the very next play, basically, running the floor, getting rewarded.
Coach, not enough love goes to Jaden Bradley, but he came alive.
Bradley gets downhill here and makes tough twos, but this is what you would expect from a senior point guard. Put the ball in his hands. You want to go under that ball screen. He's going to make a big shot. Then let me go downhill. I'm going to go downhill, make tough twos. But Florida wasn't going anywhere. They stayed right there, and Arizona really struggled late in the game to get the ball in bounds against Florida's pressure.
I have to imagine Tommy Lloyd's going to be practicing out-of-bounds plays the rest of the week.
I mean, look at this. I mean, that's just an easy turnover right there. You know, you should get that ball and get it and go right away and inbound it quickly before pressure. The floor balance wasn't very good. Obviously, Bradley falls down here. Boogie Fland's got a chance to tie it and doesn't come away with the bucket.
That's the thing. It's a make-or-miss league sometimes. Unable to get it to fall. Florida unable to get the win. Arizona, just an absolute tone setter for the rest of the season. Check out the stats there. Bradley and Peat, a two-man game that I'm sure we're going to see all season long. 57 points, not a single one of them from three. Arizona gets the season-opening win over Florida.
What prepared you to play against the incredible size of Florida?
I mean, I think it's just having Big Mo and Tobe guarding me in practice every day. Like, those guys are, I think, some of the best forward centers in the country, and they don't really get noticed as much as these other guys. But I think they showed it tonight. And I think we showed it tonight that we're a really good front court.
Okay, the Hall of Fame's awesome, but how in the world do they not have Jaden Bradley? He's one of the top 20 point guards in the country. He doesn't need anything extra. He doesn't take up any extra space in the room than he has to. He's always leaving room for his teammates to be special. And at the end of the day, he's just a get-it-done type of guy. If there's any way this guy's not one of the top, 2 or 3 point guards in the country, I've been doing this for a while, and they don't make them much better than this.
Coach, I know sometimes you need to go and find the press clippings to motivate. I think Arizona's preseason Big 12 ranking, the fact that they really had not many people on the all Big 12 team, and he's focusing a lot on Bradley, I can tell Tommy's putting the chip on the shoulder of his team right now.
There's no question. I think it bodes really well for the Big 12 when Arizona's picked fourth.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 3 teams picked ahead of them. Right? Houston, obviously, BYU, and Texas Tech. So I think they use that as great motivation. I just like the chemistry. I thought they played really, really well for the first game. That was a high-level basketball game. I mean, Florida's really good. They got the best front line in the country. But Arizona was able to make one-on-one plays. As you said, not many threes, but they made so many tough twos and finished at the rim. And they just looked more athletic than Florida.
They only attempted 5 threes the entire game, but that two-man game of Bradley and Peat was really special. How does Peat build on this? What would you like to see just from a player development perspective?
Well, Anytime you look at a freshman, you want to see consistency over a long period of time. And he has that opportunity with his skill set to be really consistent. The way he plays the game, it's an old school game, not shooting a lot of threes or anything like that, but getting to the rim, dunking, post-up moves, turn around over left shoulder, right shoulder, can finish with either hand, left or right. So what I'm expecting for him is really to be consistent, because I think he can actually be the Big 12 Player of the Year and be in that conversation with JT Toppin from Texas Tech. So consistency is the name of the game for a freshman. Let's see what he continues to do and continue to monitor it, but he has all the skills and all the tools to be special in the Big 12 Player of the Year.
And that's not a freshman body. I mean, let's face it. I mean, Jamal, you talked about being drafted after your third year at Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
He looks like an upperclassman the way he's built. He's got family.
Yeah, I'm telling you, his family, his brother is an offensive tackle. Just go watch him run the Combine 40, and you'll realize why he's built this way. It's incredible. Jaden Bradley, I think opportunity creates an advantage. He was probably sitting behind Love for all those years on the number 2 score. He's the number 1 guy. What is it like to finally get that spot and capitalize in game 1?
And also, your coach putting that chip on your shoulder, the media adding to it by not ranking you as one of the top guards in the country, you got to take it personal, especially when you're a senior. And you've accomplished so very much in your career in high school, waited for your turn, as you mentioned, after Love. Now you playing with a really great rookie in Peat. And so this is an opportunity for him to continue to make a name for himself. But I want to also acknowledge something, and we've all been around this game for so very long. The maturity of AJ and Peat are really phenomenal. How they unselfish, they don't dominate the ball, they say the right things in the media, they're not posting crazy stuff on social media. As much as I wanted NIL when I played, I don't know. I've been driving a Rolls Royce.
Jay Rose, you got NIL. Come on now, you got NIL.
No, when you look at the 5'5", Doc, that green dot shadow I was driving was my mother's car. You know, one of the biggest misnomers that the media has played on the world is that Jalen Rose was getting paid by Michigan. That didn't happen.
Football team did.
Woosah.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay.
I've never heard Charles Barkley say that about Auburn.
Correct.
Right? Ever. Charles talks about how much he got paid.
Coach Fisher is salt of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was trying to get there probably before we had other coaches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, I just admire their maturity.
$7 million, that's what reported.
That's
he
crazy.
deleted his social media.
Smart.
He's not even paying attention to it. It's like they have a focus on that next step. And they know that they're building. This isn't the finished product. And a lot of times I have to imagine that people don't see that.
Well, the other thing that a lot of people don't see is his parents, AJ's parents. When you hear them talk and hear how grounded they are, it's not a long shot to see why he's grounded.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm very impressed because it does take a lot of patience from his side not to miss steps. And he wanted to go to a school where he can develop. He's obviously has a target on his back. He's the number 1 player, going to be the number 1 draft pick potentially. So he's dealing with a lot, and his maturity is way beyond. And if I'm an NBA team, an NBA owner, there's not much else I got to look at because I see the character of the kid.
There was an NBA owner and an NBA GM there tonight.
Well,
very local.
Yeah.
Utah guys. I want to say this also. Props to his parents because we always talk about how kids present themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Dad came in a clean suit. Mom dressed up. Just a great family. Got some great games coming up later this week. Thursday got TCU, some Big 12 games in action. And then Friday, Arizona back on our air. We are not done with Peat just yet. We're going to see how he continues to build those games on TNT, truTV, and HBO Max. So we got to admit, we had our eyes on this game as well. Who is that, Coach?
Wow.
Stephen Pearl, the new head coach of the Auburn Tigers.
Congratulations, Coach.
Early on, Overton knocking down the jumper to give Auburn the lead. He had 13 points in this one. Bethune-Cookman, last chance. They foul on the shot. Arterio Morris hits all 3, and we are going to overtime. Pettiford here hits the layup and the foul that would seal it for Auburn, and the Tigers survive in overtime. This is not just prisoner of the moment. When we got here, Bruce Pearl said, it's going to be a tough game. Bethune-Cookman's picked to win their division. We'll get to that in a second, but first, let's listen to Coach Stephen Pearl after the game.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they get a little less stressful as my career goes on. You know, obviously, I'm thrilled that we found a way to get the win, but my mind is immediately going to, like, you know, all the film I'm going to be watching tonight and just trying to find ways to get better. I know Auburn fans are tired of being told to be patient, so we're going to get our asses to work. It's just a wild journey, and, you know, one of the things that's been really cool about it is I've had so many of the same people in my corner along the way. You know, I walked out after shoot-around today, and I had like 12 of my best friends show up to shoot-around, and like, man, like it's a lot more fun because you get to do it with people that you love, and you know, I love this staff, I love this team, you know, I love my family, I love my friends. So. You know, it was stressful as hell, and you know, but at the same time, like that's why we do this.
Congrats, Coach. How's it feel?
It's a great feeling. I'm proud of him. He didn't know that about a dozen of his friends were traveling from all over the country. We had a hard time even getting tickets for Bethune-Cookman, right? But it was bad scheduling on my part. I left them a terrible schedule. It's a really bad first opponent. They're a good team. They're going to learn a lot. They've got to develop some depth, so on and so forth. But he's going to be really accountable. Like, he's going to own it. He's going to own it. And they're going to work really hard to get better. So I'm really proud of him. I almost made a huge mistake. When the game was right before overtime, the guys back there said, Auburn wins, 81-78.
We high-fived.
We high-five, right? Wow. Jay Rose is giving me, I tweet, boom.
Oh,
this is a total rookie mistake. I tweet, boom, like they won. Next thing you know, it's overtime. I got to give it to one of the guys back there. Say, somebody get this off of my ear, get me off this Twitter.
Tweet off of it.
Thank God they won it. They won it in overtime.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How is he different of a coach than you?
Well, he's probably more competitive, if that's possible. He's going to coach him hard, but he's going to love him hard, which I think he's going to get from me. I think that I would be a little bit more patient, I think, than Steven. I think that's something you get with age. Like, in other words, we got to develop this bench, and you got to play some guys that aren't ready necessarily to play and let them work through some things. Now, it's hard to do that when you're in a one-possession game like that. But I think patience and understanding that, let's figure out what we got here. Give some other guys off the bench some opportunity and let them grow a little bit.
Interesting. Okay.
Listen, I have a 2-year-old. Okay? To think that your baby has grown up and now he's doing this, just as a dad, man, how you holding up?
No, it's great. It was an Auburn man move in the sense that when I got done coaching, what are you going to do? Do a national search, bring somebody else in, pay him $8 or $9 million, and fire 7 or 8 guys that have been there 10 years, that have been to 2 Final Fours and won 5 SEC championships in the last 8 years. Give John Cohen credit for trusting the staff and trusting me and trusting my son.
Congratulations, Steven. Got the dub, man. Very, very cool. It is, again, the first night of college basketball across the country. This is the tweet. What's the emoji, though?
That's a rookie move right there. That's a rookie.
There were so many parts of that that made mistakes. Well, you're a media guy now. We're working out the kinks. We're going to relive another great game from a freshman and A.J. DeBonsa as the Cougar rolls. We roll on here on TNT. You tweeted, too. I didn't know you tweeted. Crazy.